Beating the blues, the psychology behind persistent negative thoughts. Ever feel like your brain is stuck on a gloomy roller coaster, endlessly looping through worries and worst-case scenarios? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into why you can't stop thinking and learn some game-changing strategies to brighten up your mental landscape. Hey there, welcome back to our channel where we explore the twists and turns of self-improvement. I'm thrilled you've joined us for today's hot topic: why you can't seem to shake off those pesky negative thoughts. Now, did you know that researchers estimate we have about 6,200 thoughts zooming through our brains every single day? That's a whole lot of mental chatter. But here's what you didn't know. Roughly 80% of those thoughts lean towards the negative side. Yep, you heard that right. For every positive thought, we have 4 negative ones trying to rain on our parade. But why? Why does our brain seem to have a love affair with doom and gloom? Picture this: our ancient ancestors, wandering through vast, untamed wilderness. Those who were more alert to dangers, like hungry predators or poisonous berries, had a better chance of surviving and passing on their genes. Fast forward to today, and guess what? We're still carrying around that ancient alarm system in our heads. It's like we're equipped with a built-in negativity detector that's always on high alert, even when we're just trying to enjoy our morning coffee. Scientists call this phenomenon the negativity bias. It's our brain's tendency to give more weight to negative experiences and information than positive ones. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that makes sense for cavemen, but surely we've evolved past that, right? Well, not quite. Our modern brains still operate on a lot of that old wiring, and it shows up in fascinating ways. Let's talk about a super interesting experiment done by Alison Ledgerwood, a psychology professor at UC Davis. She and her team told one group of people about a medical procedure with a 70% success rate. Another group heard about the same procedure, but framed as having a 30% failure rate. Can you guess what happened? The group that heard about the 70% success rate felt pretty good about the procedure. But here's where it gets wild. When they were then told about the 30% failure rate, which is just another way of saying the same thing, their opinion quickly turned negative. Now, you'd think that when reminded of the 70% success rate, they'd bounce back to feeling positive, right? Wrong. Once people adopted that negative mindset, they found it really hard to shake off. But wait, there's more. This isn't just about how we process statistics. This negativity bias sneaks into every corner of our daily lives. But don't panic. While our brains might have this built-in pessimism problem, we're not doomed to a life of mental doom and gloom. We can actually rewire our thought patterns with some consistent effort and practice. One powerful technique to combat negative thinking is practicing gratitude. It might sound cheesy, but hear me out. By consciously focusing on the good things in our lives, we can gradually shift our default thinking patterns. Try spending a few minutes each day writing down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, you'll find yourself naturally noticing more positive things throughout your day. Another effective strategy is something psychologists call cognitive restructuring. Don't let the fancy term scare you. It's simply about challenging your negative thoughts and looking for more balanced perspectives. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm a total failure because I made one mistake," try reframing it as, "Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. This doesn't define me, and I can learn from it." It takes practice, but it can make a huge difference in how you feel. Mindfulness meditation is another fantastic tool for dealing with negative thoughts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Sit still and try not to think. Yeah, right. But mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. It's like watching clouds pass in the sky. You notice them, but you don't chase after them. Physical exercise is also a powerful weapon against negative thinking. When you work out, your body releases these awesome chemicals called endorphins. They're like nature's mood boosters, helping you feel more positive and energized. Plus, regular exercise can improve your self-esteem and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Now, here's an interesting tidbit from Professor Ledgerwood's research. As we get older, our ability to shift between positive and negative ways of thinking actually improves. By the time people reach their 70s, they seem to flow back and forth between negatives and positives more easily. So if you're young and struggling with negativity, take heart. It might get easier as you age. But don't wait until you're rocking a gray hairdo to start working on your thought patterns. The sooner you start practicing positivity, the better equipped you'll be to handle life's challenges. Remember, changing your thinking patterns is like building a muscle. It takes consistent effort and practice. but the results are so worth it. By understanding the science behind our negativity bias and actively working to counteract it, we can create a more balanced, positive outlook on life. Now let's talk about some practical steps you can take to start rewiring your brain for more positive thinking. 1. Keep a gratitude journal. Every night before bed, write down 3 things that went well that day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you had a delicious lunch, or the sun was shining, or your favorite song came on the radio. 2. Practice the what went well exercise. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what went well today, and what was my role in making it happen? This helps you focus on the positive and recognize your own strengths. 3. Challenge your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and ask, is this thought really true? Is there another way to look at this situation? Often you'll find that your negative thoughts are exaggerations or assumptions, not facts. 4. Practice mindfulness. Start with just 5 minutes a day of mindful breathing or meditation. There are lots of great apps that can guide you through this process. 5. Exercise regularly. Find a form of physical activity you enjoy, whether it's dancing, hiking, swimming, or playing a sport. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. 6. Celebrate small wins. Did you finish a task you've been putting off? Did you try something new? Celebrate these small victories. They add up and help build a more positive mindset. 7. Practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself like you would to a good friend. Would you berate a friend for making a small mistake? Probably not. So why do it to yourself? 8. Seek professional help if needed. If negative thinking is severely impacting your life, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide personalized strategies to help you overcome persistent negative thinking. Remember, the goal isn't to never have a negative thought again. That's not realistic or even desirable. Sometimes negative thoughts can be useful warnings or motivators. The aim is to create a more balanced mental landscape where the positive thoughts have just as much airtime as the negative ones. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling into negative thoughts, remember, your brain might be playing tricks on you, but you have the power to change the game. It's not about forcing yourself to be positive all the time, but rather about creating a more balanced perspective. And that's a wrap for today. I hope this deep dive into the world of negative thinking has given you some valuable insights and practical tools to work with. Remember, every small step towards positivity counts, and you're stronger than you think. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with anyone for more self-improvement tips.